Mi Band 7 is bigger, bolder and better. And there are 5 things that matter. 5 things you need to know about this band that will help you decide whether you should get one or not. Starting with the battery life. I recently only got 2 days worth of battery life on Mi Band 7. Shocking, right? Let me explain. Battery life depends on how you use the band and it varies from person to person. The battery in Mi Band 7 is bigger as compared to Mi Band 6 because now we get 180 mAh as compared to 125 mAh. And officially it's good to last for 15 days of normal and 9 days of heavy use. Now the normal and heavy use is subjective and everyone has their own normal and heavy use. And Mi Band 7 comes with several upgrades that can neutralize this additional battery within hours. For example, we now have always on display on Mi Band 7 and boy does it look good with the onboard watch faces. I've been using it from day 1. The battery was down from 100% at 9 am in the morning to around 75% by 10 pm. That's 25% battery gone in a span of 13 days. I have it on schedule, so always on display turns off at 10 pm. And when I woke up in the morning next day, it was at 73%. It hardly consumed any battery while the always on display was turned off. Then there are several health features that can be turned on in the background, like continuous SpO2 monitoring, stress monitoring, and abnormal heartbeat monitoring. And when I turned them all on, along with the scheduled always on display, the battery lasted only for 2 days. So it depends entirely on your use case scenario and how you select from the buffet of battery destroying features on this band, what battery life you're going to get. I've experienced that just turning off the always on display will take me very close to the 9-day mark if I keep some of the health tracking features running in the background. The good news, however, is that now we also get a battery saver mode that puts the band into a very basic mode and you can see only time and date. Next thing is display. It is a total treat to use. It has grown from 1.56 inches on Mi Band 6 to 1.62 inches on our little friend here. And while the height has remained the same, it has become wider. There are numerous consequences of this change. The first one is that more information can be seen now. Messages can be easily read even from arm's length. And the information on the display is bigger. The display is also brighter with 500 nits as compared to the 450 on the previous model. This makes things more visible in direct sunlight. And the new watch faces are just gorgeous. They are colorful, bigger, bolder and dynamic, as you can change their colors and complications. You can also keep more of them on the band itself now. I have been able to add 17 watch faces and counting, while there was a limit of 6 on the last year's model. Okay, I badmouthed always on display earlier when talking about battery life, but now it's time to talk it up a little. Always on display on this band looks absolutely gorgeous. And for most of the watch faces, the look of the always on display matches with the watch face itself. Some watch faces also support colored elements in always on display, which just makes it even better. And I have to be brutally honest, the Mi Band 7's display and size makes the Mi Band 6 looks like a cheap fitness tracker. Which is what it really is, but Mi Band 7 looks better than a cheap fitness tracker. It looks and feels like it means business, and it is here to stay as the king of fitness trackers. Mi Band 7 looks pretty similar to Mi Band 6 from a distance, but if you look closely, you will definitely notice the bigger display, but then the shape of the band is also different around the edges. You can still pop it out of the band and replace it, and the charger is also similar to the last year. The biggest difference is on the inside, well I mean in the software. The software has gotten a massive facelift. Everything works like before. You can swipe down to see your notifications, swipe up to go through apps, and swiping right or left brings up the widgets. Long pressing on the watch face will let you change and manage them. Now you can manage and edit a lot of these elements from the app on your phone as well. The software is much more polished and has a feel-good vibe to it. Icons are bigger and more colorful. It is more dynamic, transitions are smooth thanks to the slightly faster CPU, and the text is easily readable. Then there are smaller things like card-based menu system. Each menu is enclosed in a card of its own, unlike being separated by white lines on Band 6. It makes one hell of a difference, and to me feels like something Apple would do if they were to come out with their version of a fitness tracker. Anyways, the apps look and function differently as well. With a bigger display, Xiaomi has followed the policy of making elements bigger, bolder and more colorful than before. One major difference I have seen here is that now a lot of health settings are accessible from within the apps themselves. Before, to change these settings, you would have to go to the app on the phone, but now a lot can be managed from the band. Settings app has also been totally redesigned. It is extremely well organized with menus and submenus. For example, If you go in display and brightness settings, you will see a lot of submenus here that were just spread out on the main menu on Mi Band 6. And there are a lot of upgrades as well. Screen on duration has been increased to up to 15 seconds as compared to the 10 seconds before. There is also a screen always lit option that keeps the screen on for 5, 10, 15 or 20 minutes in one go. And then there is this new battery saver feature as well, and an option to change the vibration intensity. I am very happy with the notifications too, because you can see a lot of detail when you get a WhatsApp message or an email. Calls are notified with the option to decline or silence. You can also send predetermined messages when you decline a call, and these messages can be edited or added from the Zepp Life app on your phone. Health and fitness is a big part of Mi Band 7, and going with the latest trends, it offers a lot. There is an SpO2 sensor, which now can also continuously work in the background to detect any low blood oxygen levels and give you an alert. Then there is an all-day heart rate monitoring and abnormal heart rate detection. It also tracks your sleep along with the sleep breathing quality analysis, which tells you how good or bad you were breathing when sleeping. Finally, there is all-day stress monitoring as well. All of these features work really well within their limitations. Like, it is accurate in detecting when I slept and woke up, and heart rate variations during a workout are very similar to my Galaxy Watch 4 measurements, which are considered quite accurate. Now, I have explained earlier that a lot of these features drain a lot of battery, so you have to pick your battles when it comes to what it is you want to track. Activity tracking has also been bumped up. You can now track up to 120 activities, up from measly 30 on Mi Band 6. There are dance types that you can track, combat activities, and then there are also board games that can be tracked. But tracking all these activities does not give you any specialized options like you get in running or walking. It's just time duration, heart rate and calories you burn during the workout. There are also 4 new data metrics available for your workouts that can help you gain better insights into your workout. These include VO2 max, aerobic and anaerobic training alerts, recovery time and training load. All of these are designed to give you detailed information about your workouts so you can analyze them better. However, there is one feature I found to be very annoying. When you are tracking any activity, there is no way to go back to the home screen unless you stop the workout. So while your band is tracking the workout, you cannot use any other feature, and that is a limitation I am not happy with, because that locks your band into just one activity at a time, where I am used to of Galaxy Watch, where all the tracking happens in the background and I can use any other feature I want. And finally, the last thing that matters is some of the features that are missing. The first one is GPS. It is still lacking here, and I think Xiaomi has missed the trick with it. It would have added exceptional value to this band, and it is something that we are getting in a lot of other fitness trackers. Yes, they are expensive, but a GPS variant with a slightly high price wouldn't have hurt anyone and would also give people more choice. Next feature I really wish was included is an ambient light sensor. Right now, you have to adjust the screen brightness manually for every condition, something you don't have to worry about on phones or even smartwatches. So it feels very out of regular practice to be manually adjusting brightness. Then there is no NFC as well, and this isn't something I care about a lot, especially on a fitness tracker, but we are getting NFC on some other bands now as well. So coming back to the original question, should you buy it or upgrade? I think if you like Mi Band 6, you will love Mi Band 7 with all its upgrades. And it's a no-brainer if you have been using anything previous than Mi Band 6. As a standalone fitness tracker, it's a great option now with bigger screen and better software and all the health tracking features you get. So I will have no problem recommending anyone Mi Band 7 who are in the market for a fitness tracker.